Hallo, herzlich willkommen zur 86. Nee, 86 kann noch gar nicht sein. Fuck. Zur nächsten Folge Suzerain. Zusammen mit Apfel.
Hallo.
Letzte Folge haben wir über unsere Economy geredet.
Das ist 79, nicht 86.
79. Ja, 86 war... Bis 86 habe ich
Ja,
geplant, oder?
ja.
Genau deswegen. Und dann haben wir ein scheduled Meeting. Ein Television Meeting. Bin gespannt. Uns geht's ja ziemlich gut jetzt. Und ob das so bleibt.
Ah ja, stimmt.
The makeup crew had just finished their preparations for the interview. Lucian stopped me on my way out to the balcony of the Blue Mansion where the filming crew was standing ready to start filming. Are you ready for the interview, sir? Why? Don't I look ready? Yes. Good. I have done my best to make this happen. This is very important for administration. The crew is ready to start filming. Mr. Sacker is excited to interview you. As I explained before, it would be bad press to decline this interview offer. They are the most prestigious interview program in the world. And they are from Kairut. The country is known for its neutrality. I don't think there will be too much pressure. I hope so, Lucian. I hope so. I walked to the balcony and sat on the seat prepared for me, directly in front of Mr. Sacker.
I guess, das bin ich.
Ja.
Was ist denn das für ein Thomas oder was?
Thomas.
Oh, nee. Mr. President, welcome to One-on-One. Oh. Jetzt geht's los.
Komm her, wenn du dich traust.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you. Let us begin with the latest incident between Swordland and Rumburg. Oh no. An aircraft of the Swedish Air Force was shot down by Rumburgian anti-air guns a few weeks ago. Officials from the Rumburgian government proclaimed that the aircraft was flying inside the airspace of Rumburg. Your government has been silent apart from a few statements which claimed that your plane was indeed in Swedish airspace when it was shot down. Do you believe the Rumburgian forces initiated an intentional attack?
We have reasons to believe that, yes, they are being increasingly aggressive over the last years. I don't want to think that they attacked us intentionally. It must have been a mistake. Is that even a question? Rumburg is a threat to the whole region, and this was an act of war! Ja, okay.
Does that mean that there will be more hostilities on the horizon?
It looks like it. Scotland will no longer be pushed around. I can't say that for sure. We'll have to ask Queen Livingston herself. It is up to Rumburg to decide that now. Okay, 2 oder 3. Ich glaube, wenn wir sie direkt ansprechen, sind wir respektloser, deswegen 2.
Ja. Do you believe these harassments could lead to an actual war between Swordland and Rumburg in the future?
Was sagen wir hier jetzt? I can't comment on that at the moment.
Wir haben ja schon den Befehl gegeben.
Ja, aber wir haben es noch nicht öffentlich gemacht.
Ja, eben. Ja.
I can't comment on that at the moment.
This week, the Occasion government has condemned Rumburg for their actions against Swordland. Now that Swordland is also a member of the ATO, do you think this would deter Rumburg from creating a broader conflict? Maybe.
That's not even a question. Queen Beatrice is not crazy enough to go against the whole ATO. Yes, it will surely deter them from creating a war, but they will likely continue their harassment in other ways. I'm not sure. Rumburg sees itself as the 3rd superpower of this world. We can expect anything from them. Boah. Schwierig. Eigentlich 3.
Warum war es erst Queen Livingston und jetzt auf einmal Queen Beatrice?
Warum ist es Miss und Mrs.? Das wird auch die ganze Zeit gewechselt. Das ist einfach ein Spielfehler.
Ah, okay.
Also ich würde 3 sagen.
Ja. You've also earlier claimed that Rumbuck has been spying on your administration, and the alleged spy was none other than your own secretary. Rumbuck has since denied all your claims.
He stared into my eyes, awaiting a response. And? Of course they would deny it. However, Scotland knows the truth. Aber das können wir eigentlich fast nicht sagen. Weil dann kommen ja die daher und... Ah, okay, woher? Habt ihr da auch einen Spy drüben?
Ja.
We have all the evidence it was them. The world should know about Rumbuck's interference with its neighbors. Eigentlich 1.
Ja. This is a very serious accusation, Mr. President. Well, the scandal caused by the resulted in Mr. Vecton leaving his office. He was blamed and you appointed a new vice president. Many claim that this was just an internal political move designed to eliminate the vice president. Er war unser bester Freund. What do we have to say about these accusations?
We've recently lost Mr. Vecton. I don't appreciate you asking me such a question. He was a friend of mine. It's all nonsense. We have evidence she was working for Rumbuck. Her real name was Alana Wentz. I just laugh at the baseless accusations. I talked about this in detail in the past. You can check what I've said. Ja, 1.
Ja. I know you were very close, Mr. Rainey. My condolences. But I didn't get an answer to my question.
Du kriegst gleich eine Faust ins Gesicht. Komm her, 1v1.
Also, warum, du Arschloch?
The accusations are absurd. Mr. Vecton was guilty for leaking classified information to a foreign spy. Why would I ask my largest supporter, close friend, and the backbone of my administration? Wir können es, glaube ich, da nicht rausreden. Ich denke, wenn wir nochmal 2 machen, wird der pisst sein.
Mhm.
Ich würde 3 sagen.
Ja. Well, I'm asking you the questions here, Mr. President. But let's move on.
I mean, outplayed. He didn't look like he was satisfied by my response. He stopped for a moment and took a brief look at his paper.
Kein Problem. Okay. Let's return back to your foreign policy. Let's talk about the ongoing conflict about the Hedgeland Island. Oh Mann. Scotland is not officially taking any sides between Agnolia and Volksland. Ah, du hast die für gar keinen entschieden, okay.
Nee, weil genau, wie sind die da oben? Volksland? Agnolia? Agnolia? Die wollten einen Euro dafür haben, dass ich sie unterstütze. Und da habe ich gesagt, nein, deswegen haben wir auch keinen Trade-Deal mit denen.
Ah. So far, you've refrained from making any statements about the conflict. According to reports from yesterday, Volkslandian Navy had finally attacked the Agnolian fleet at Helgeland Island.
Oh.
Today, Prime Minister Van Horten announced that the island is indeed under an invasion. He said Volkslandian troops landed on the island. So here's my question. What is and will be the role of Scotland in this conflict?
Scotland has or will have no role in this conflict. We are not taking any sides. Ja, 1. Wir bleiben neutral.
Would Scotland also get involved if the situation gets out of control?
As a peacekeeping force, nein. I hope the situation won't come to that. No, Scotland has no intention in intervening in other nations' conflicts. Können wir auch nicht sagen, weil wir bei der ATO sind. Da müssten wir das ja machen. Im
Ja.
Kriegsfall. Also nehme ich 2.
Ja. But what if it's... What if
Alter!
that, Mr. President?
Jetzt gibt's gleich wirklich ein 1v1.
Dann haben wir sehr eins dran jetzt.
We only get involved as a peacekeeping force.
Okay, let's move on to another topic. Last year, a huge conflict took place close to your borders with Welland. When the Westsec forces partook in a massacre of bloodish civilians under the guise of eliminating the bloodish Freedom Front. Sordland decided to watch the atrocities take place.
Das stimmt überhaupt nicht.
In fact, you not only closed the borders to the refugees fleeing from a massacre, your border guards worked in cooperation with the Westsec forces.
Wir haben nicht mit denen zusammengearbeitet, wir haben nur die Border geschlossen.
It's wirklich 1-1. Will you accept responsibility of thousands of lives that were lost in Welland?
Of course not. We had nothing to do with that. What went on inside Wallen, we only protected our borders. It's true, we worked with Mr. Smolek, but I don't think anybody can blame Sordland for protecting its borders. It breaks my heart to see so many people die in Wallen. Could we have done something? Definitely. But the conflict had nothing to do with us. 1.
Ja.
We only protected our borders.
Yep. Many have criticized Sordland for its role in this conflict. Do you not accept any of the criticism?
No, there's nothing wrong with protecting our country. Our role? Really? Why don't you ask Mr. Swallow these questions? Sure, we could have helped the refugees, but then again, how do we distinguish civilians from militants?
Auch wieder eins, oder?
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong.
You could have...
On the gesture of the director, he stopped before finishing his sentence.
Well, it seems that's all the time we have for today.
The director shouted at the crew to stop recording. We both stood up and shook hands.
Thank you for your valuable time, Mr. President. It was a pleasure. Fuck you.
Can't say the same. Hopefully next time we'll meet again in Kairut. Ich glaube, das ist das Beste. Oder? Ah, nee. 3, 4.
Was ist Kairut gewesen?
Das ist das Land, aus dem er kommt.
Ah. Ja, komm.
Hopefully next time we'll meet again in Kairut. He smiled.
Of course, Mr. President. You'd always be welcome in Kairut.
Sind wir nicht nach Kairut ausgewandert?
You.
Nice. Lucian walked up to the director and started talking to him. I went inside the building. Sehr schön.
Hm.
Was ist hier jetzt mit Leaky? Warum gibt es da Updates? In 1957, after the poisoning of Fatty Eshel, Leakey was invited back to the VPD and was elected as their presidential candidate for the 57 election. Oh, das sind Gegner jetzt. Later he confirmed an alliance with the Communist Party of Sordland and was elected to be leader of the People's Front, a coalition of VPBs, CPS. Leaky,
Ja,
unser Gegner.
schlecht.
Egal, was soll er machen? Den lassen wir umbringen, dann passt das schon. Gut, lasst auch ein Like und ein Abo da, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Schaut beim nächsten Mal vorbei. Morgen 14 Uhr geht's weiter und tschüss.
Tschüss.